Hi guys, welcome back to the Drive Life channel. In today's video I've got a bit of an interesting story relating to the Volvo. Now, a month or so ago I received a letter for Transport for London. For those of you that don't know, Transport for London are the ones that basically manage all the roads, all the public transport around London, and most importantly they deal with the low emission zones. Now, this letter said that I had driven into the low emission zone and I hadn't paid my charge. But the only issue was I have never been to London in this car. Looked at the picture and there's a picture of a Volvo S60 with my number plate on the front. So someone actually cloned my Volvo, which was a little bit annoying. Let's take a look at the letter. Okay, so let's have a look at this letter. I'm changing location up. Ooh, hiccups. I'm now in the back of our Sprinter van just because it started to get dark outside and we've got a nice big table in the van here. So let's take a look at the letter. Okay, now I've ripped off my address because you guys probably aren't interested where I live anyway. So basically it says penalty charge notice. Penalty charge notice has been sent to you as the registered keeper of a Volvo S80 R Design Premium D5 Automatic, because apparently on the 16th of September I drove on the A12 Eastern Avenue at 9:44. Now, I was actually at a meeting in work 400 miles away when this happened, so I thought, that doesn't seem quite right. A part of me did wonder, I've actually been to London, but no, I haven't. If I don't respond before the period of 28 days, then I could actually have to pay 240 quid. So I then had to go through an appeals process, but we're going to call them the idiot who cloned my car. Granted, they did get the manufacturer right, but it doesn't take a genius to work out that's a previous generation Volvo S60, probably a D5 because it's got the chrome and stuff, in the wrong colour, and yeah, bit of a fail. So what I then had to do was go back to TfL. Now, they don't make the process of appealing this sort of thing very easy, and especially if you're sort of a victim of someone cloning your car. But let's talk you through the process of how I dealt with it, because it's all been sorted now. So first thing I did was contacted my local police force. Where I live is West Mercia Police. Called them up and said, right, my car's been cloned. They gave me a reference number. Now, a good thing to do is give them a number of sort of unique features of your car. So I have certain particular stickers on my car that no one else will have on their car, because unless they've driven to the Arctic Circle and they've been to the exact same places that I have, which they probably haven't, then yeah, they're not going to have those features. There's also a few sort of features on the number plate as well that were different, so I pointed those out, and the fact it was a different car. So yeah, that was a funny one. They then mentioned the fact that I should probably report it to the Met Police as well. So I contacted the Met Police, just ringing 101, ask for Met Police, and they, again, we went through that same process. I described the fact that it was totally the wrong car. My car had loads of these unique markers on it. So the idea is that if the police then, or the number plate hits an ANPR camera, they will chase after it. They'll have a look. If it's got the unique features of your car, they won't bother you, and you probably won't even notice they were there. However, if it doesn't, then they'll stop the vehicle and find out who the hell's in it. What idiot has been cloning number plates? So interestingly, they said a load of these, or this has become far more common since the low emission zone was introduced. People who live locally, this is A12 coming in from Essex, they're using false number plates so they don't have to pay the charge of £12.50 a day. Now, I can see why people do it. It will save you a fortune if you have to drive into London every day. Times are tight, you know. I mean, it's not the right thing to do, but you know, people get desperate. People might be lazy and don't want to afford it, or they can't afford it, etc. So it's frustrating, but it then caused a headache for us, because I then had to go through a massive form. Now this form has loads of tick boxes in it. It's like a riddle. They don't make it easy at all to get out of these sort of fines, which I can see why, because if you're genuinely trying to get out of it, then, you know, if you haven't paid your fine, or you haven't paid your charge and you are still trying to get out of it, then it should be difficult for you to get out of it. But as someone who sort of is completely innocent in the whole thing, it's a bit frustrating. So eventually I had to print out a picture of my car, and I had to write on the picture all the details, sort of the payment reference and the ticket number, etc. I had to then write out why my car was different, even though it's really obvious on the piece of paper. And then they eventually responded with a letter. Now I haven't got it with me, but the words were basically, right, okay, you admit that you are the keeper of the vehicle that has that specific number plate, but we do agree with you that your car looks a lot different. So we're going to clear the fine, but you might get more, which is great, isn't it? So I've got to go through this again if some other idiots or the same idiot continues to use my number plate, which is a little annoying, but it is what it is. It's not something, I mean, people will use number plates. They can sit in your local co-op car park, write down your number plate and copy it. People always ask me about, well, you know, you shouldn't show your number plate on YouTube. It's no different to me driving on a public road. Number plates are designed to be shown. That's the whole point of them. They're identifying numbers. You're legally required, so your vehicle could be identified. So yeah, a little bit frustrating. The same thing actually happened to my dad and his Golf GTE. Someone copied it in Birmingham. So it does happen, and I know lots of people that have had their cars cloned as well. Criminals will hide the identity of their own cars, or it might be a stolen car that they use. I don't think it is a stolen car. Looking at this one, it's not sort of a car that people would steal. A Volvo S60 from looks about a 2007 one actually. So I think this is probably just someone trying to save a few quid driving into London. They could just buy a petrol, but yeah. Anyway, so that's all sorted now. Hopefully I won't have too many in the future. Hopefully it's just a one-time thing, because having to go through this whole thing again, you do get stressed out. You think, well, hang on a minute, what if they don't accept it, and you have to go to court and prove that it wasn't you and that sort of thing, and you just don't really need it when you've got other stuff to deal with work and running a YouTube channel and family and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, that's all sorted. So if you get cloned, make sure that you report it to the police straight away. Report it to your local police force. Get a crime number from them. They might tell you to report it to the force on which the offence was committed. In this case, it was the Met Police. Report it to them as well. You can also report it to Action Fraud. They've got teams that work on this sort of thing. Make sure you've got reference numbers for all of this sort of stuff. Look at your car. What makes it unique to you? So that helps the police then find the right car. You don't want to be bothered by being constantly pulled over because your number plate is hitting cameras, etc., or being spotted. You want to be able to have something unique. I'd even recommend sticking a sticker on the back of your car if you get cloned, so you can say, look, I've stuck the sticker on, so you know it's the genuine car. Then just got to peel these things, use your reference numbers, etc., and hopefully it doesn't become too much of an issue. But yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I hope this helps you if you've been cloned. Like I said, it's just a bit of a faff. You can't really be bothered to deal with it. You shouldn't have to. It's unfortunate that the world we live in, people are either trying to save money at other people's expenses, or they are going out there to commit crime, etc. But yeah, it is what it is. Probably going to do some more work on the van. The new worktop, sink and tap is currently going in. We've gone for a tiled worktop just because I thought it would be cool. So yeah, that's coming along really nicely. But thanks for watching. Don't like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.